Okay, guys, today we have Keto Hana Keto Granola. So I'm quite excited with this one because when you look at it, you think, wow, can this really be on a keto diet, a cereal? Like, well, yeah, let's have a look at this. Well, we've got obviously the granola. We all know that it's quite yummy. And the ingredients, I mean, you've got coconut, nuts, seeds, coconut oil, but it does say only 2.9 grams per serving. That's a 30-gram serving, guys. So we want to find out if that's true. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so we've got this granola, keto granola. It's specifically called keto granola, so it must be conducive for a keto diet. But again, we've heard many things called keto, and they do either push you out of the diet or they have an impact which you're not looking for, and then accumulatively adds up and it starts pushing you out of ketosis. Now, again, you can see here, it's a nice big packaging. Yeah, it's 300 grams in this packet. Okay, guys, so usually this is around about £6.99 for obviously a small pack. Yes, that's expensive. But again, it's going to give you something that's, psychologically conducive and give you fiber, which is, vital for a keto diet. So looking at this, you can as well pick it up cheaper, usually on deal for about £5, £5. And, you can go and find out for yourselves. Now, we can see here, it gives us all the details. It says keto, plant-based, no refined sugars, 2.9 grams per serving. That's what I'm very interested in. I'm going to try this out. And the whole idea is as well, it's meant to be peanut butter flavored. So, okay, guys, so we can see obviously it is quite dense. It's going to be really healthy for you. A lot of roughage, a lot of fiber, and obviously I want to know if it tastes good. It's all basically saying there are lots of natural sweeteners in there. So what we're going to do is the biggest thing that you have to do is to measure it out. So we know a serving is meant to be, according to this, 30 grams. We need to measure out 30 grams of this. I'm going to then add, not milk, but cream. So I'm going to add cream to it, and that's going to add additional carbs, about maybe 100 milliliter I'll add, and that'll be an additional 3.2 carbs. So we're going to then add it up and then see whether or not it's going to have any impact on the ketogenic diet. So first of all, I'm going to open it and try it dry. Wow, this is a tough bag to open. It's obviously got another little Ziploc here, so you're fine. Oh, nice smell. The aroma's quite nice. Ah, fresh. Lovely aroma. Let's give it a try. Right. Okay, I'm going to bring out a little bit here. You can see I have a mixture of the actual granola. Oh, there he goes. Wow. A whole mishmash of flavors in there. I was getting the seeds, the coconut. I'm not sure what one of the flavors, what it was. But yeah, it tastes quite nice. So dry, it seems quite nice. Now, let's measure it out. Okay, guys, so obviously get a bowl, put it on, then press it again, the tile 0 button to reset it to 0. So now it's pressed again, it's tile 0'd, and you can see that now it says 0. We can pour in the keto granola. So here we go. Let's pour it in and see if we get 30 grams. Shake it to make sure you get a variety of the food stuff. Oh, so that's gone up to 34 grams. You can pick it out and put it back in. I'm not going to bother that much. I'm going to say 34 grams is totally acceptable. I'm going to have 3 grams perhaps of carb instead. Now, you can see that that is a very small amount. It's not a huge amount. Again, if you're on the diet, you could possibly say, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to double that, and then I'm going to take 6 gram hit, and that's for your breakfast. So that's something you can do, and then you can have eggs alongside it, and it'll be perfectly fine. So we can see, obviously, I'm going to add 100 milliliters of cream. So I'm going to use cream, pour it in. That should go up to 134 pretty much. Okay, so I think that's actually enough as it is.
So I've added to about 72 milliliters there of cream. And you can see that's plenty to cover the granola. So now we have 72 milliliters of cream, and we have the 34 grams of granola. So now what I'll do is I'm going to as well break that down for you. So I'm going to try it and test it, its flavor, but also at the same time, when you come and you want to, let's get in there. So when you come and you want to check your numbers, I'm going to break it down to show you how you can do it. So you're going, okay, I don't get it now because I'm adding cream. I'll break it down and I'll show it at the end, how this adds up and what the actual net carbs is going to be. Okay, so.
Okay, guys, so here we have the bowl here, and I'm going to, take out the granola. There it is, covered in cream. Now the cream is every 100 milliliters, 3.2 grams or 3.1 grams. I'll double check that when I do the calculation for you guys. I'm going to eat this, and then I'm going to do the ketone test. So I'm going to do the taste test though with cream and see what it tastes like. Yeah, that's lovely. Yeah, that's delicious. You've got the lovely cream coming in there, really nice and creamy, but with a lovely kick of coconut. That's the overpowering flavor. The seeds are there as well, and then you're getting a kind of peanutty taste at the end. So you're getting a whole kind of kick, and it feels actually quite sweet because of the coconut. So a lovely kind of granola. I think I'm going to give that for a breakfast. I'll probably give that 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. It's delicious. It's creamy with the cream added, but it's the granola that comes through the sweetness of the coconut and with the lovely aftertaste of the seeds and then peanut butter. So a lovely little granola. And now I'm going to finish this and I'm going to go away and do the ketone test. It's going to be 1 second for you guys. It's going to be 2 to 3 hours for me. Don't go away. Okay, so here you can see the actual infographics here. This one is showing us exactly the total net amount of carbs once you put on cream. So here we put in 34 grams. So again, you will have 30 if you want, which comes to 3.3 grams of net carb, plus 72 milliliters of cream, which comes to 2.2 grams of net carbs. And then the granola with the cream comes to 5.5 grams of net carbs. So overall, the serving is 5.5 grams. So that's the main amount. So that's what you're being, getting from this. So again, it's conducive, low carb breakfast, no problem. It's your breakfast, and it's under or just about a quarter of your allowance. So it's just 0.5 over a quarter of your allowance. So no problem there. Okay, guys, so I'm back, and the ketone results are perfectly normal. There's no problem with this. Doesn't move you out of ketosis at all. So it's going to be conducive for ketosis. The keto Hana keto granola peanut butter flavor is a green light. So what you can do, obviously, don't forget to follow the video. Look at what I use. I use cream. Try to find even lower level of carb cream. You can do that. I believe like the lowest I've found before is about 2 grams or 1.9. So if you could find that, that would be even more conducive for the diet. Now, so what we're going to do is we're going to then move on now to look at the ingredients to see what the product is and what the ethos of the company is. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so here you can see the packaging. So it's Keto Hana Keto Granola Peanut Butter. Again, it's got some information on the front: coconut oil, nuts, seeds, coconut, plant-based natural sweetener, peanuts, and nothing else. So again, emphasizing its au natural state. It's a very good granola, conducive for a keto diet. In the bottom there shows keto, plant-based, no refined sugar, which is fantastic, and 2.9 grams net carbs, which again is awesome for a granola. It tastes great as well. Okay, so we believe in long-term food choices. That means we're selective about what we put in our bodies, 100% wise to do. Our emphasis is on choosing the best natural ingredients, never ever using refined sugar or preservatives, and making sure whatever we eat tastes incredible. I can back that up. It is pretty tasty. Okay, so here we have a list of the ingredients. We have peanut butter flavor. The ingredients, we have coconut, 23%. We have sunflower seeds, which are 20%. Almonds, which are 12%. Pumpkin seeds, that are 9%. We have sweetener, which is erythritol, and steviol glycosides. That's important because obviously you'll learn that the stevia it's stevia basically, but when it gets broken down in the body, it's steviol glycosides. Now, flax seeds at 7%, hazelnuts at 5%, and coconut oil. So we can understand there as well, there's peanut flour as well. So it looks totally natural and it's very low carb. So that's always obvious. Okay, guys, so we can see obviously that it's very good. They're conducive for diet, and the only flag there is erythritol. Erythritol, there's one piece of research I have for 2023, I believe it is, and it says that there were some issues linking it with cardiovascular issues. When people had these issues, they were found with erythritol being present in their body, and they said it caused some issues with platelets. But again, that's one piece of information. It hasn't had any impact on its selling or being produced in the factories, so I'd assume everything's a-okay. Now, for stevia, and obviously you have the steviol glycosides, which are the ones after being broken up, then these are 100% natural. They're plant-based and totally normal. They don't seem to have any research against them whatsoever. So again, steviol is massively conducive as well for a keto diet, but it seems to have no downside as well. So allergens. The bolded ones are allergens. So obviously you've got the nuts there, the almonds, hazelnuts, and the peanut flour. They're marking them as possible allergens. And at the same time, you can see here, they're saying naturally found in fruit with an asterisk, yeah. And they're saying only the most delicious part of the stevia plant. So they use that. And so they're telling you as well, it's made in a facility that handles nuts, peanuts, sesame, sulfites, and soya milk. Also, it says it's made in a facility that handles nuts, peanuts, sesame, sulfites, soya, and milk, just for any other allergies there. Right, guys, so we can see it's really natural. Again, it uses fantastic artificial sweeteners, and obviously they're using plant-based ones, which makes it fantastic as well. On top of that, again, the only flag there, erythritol and steviol seems to be, or stevia seems to be totally a-okay. Okay, so here we have the list of nutritional information. So you can see here the 30 grams is what we're looking at, and we had a 30-gram portion. You can see there the energy kilojoules at 740. We have energy at 179 for calories. We have fat there, grams at 60 grams, of which saturated at 6.9 grams. And you have carbohydrates there at 4.9 grams. So the 4.9 grams of carbohydrates, you have which sugars, which are 1 gram, and you have a which polyols, which are 2 grams for the polyols. So that's obviously including erythritol there. Okay, so fiber here, you have 2.7 grams, protein, which is 4.6 grams, and salt, which is 0.05 grams. So that's the nutritional information. You can see there, minusing off the polyols. None of those polyols will be absorbed. Okay, guys, so looking at this, you can see it's fine. You have the carbohydrates of 4.9 grams. You minus off the polyols, which are 2 grams there. They're not absorbed, those polyols. And at the same time, it comes down to 2.9 grams. So that's why it's 2.9 grams, hitting your allowance of 20 grams a day. So lovely, not too high, especially for the yumminess that is included in this natural granola. Also, the whole pack is 300 grams, but you only have 10% of 30 grams. Okay, guys, so back to me, and we can understand that This is a conducive snack for ketosis, and we understand it is very tasty and extremely natural. So guys, just understanding that we have the erythritol there, which is, again, as I'm flagging it, not because it is a massive issue, but simply because it's mentioned in a piece of research. There isn't tons of it, and also at the same time, I don't think there's anything that talks about it in a modern sense, but it is important because it's something that's just highlighted. It could just be because those people who are massively overweight eat a lot of these low calorie things, maybe as well, and that could just be the coincidence, possibly. Anyway, moving on, it seems to be conducive and fantastic for the diet. We can see that it's all A-OK. And if you want to buy it, you've got the link there in the description. Also, guys, thumbs up and subscribe. Okay, guys, I'll see you on the next one.